Good evening, everybody. Good evening. Welcome back to the Dugout Football channel, where it is time for match week number 4 of the Premier League predictions 2020-21 Premier League season. Now, it has to be said, match week 3 had a lot of shocks, so you won't be surprised to know that scores were very low in the predictions. I was having a really bad week. And then all of a sudden, Liverpool beating Arsenal by 3-1 really helped me. So I got 5 points, including that perfect Liverpool-Arsenal score. So I got 5 points. In the comments, there was a 3-way tie. Yes, a 3-way tie in the comments. So congratulations to Shane O'Donnell, Roberto Hollis, and NWM, which is Nathan Morgan. All 3 of you got 8 points. You were the highest scorers for the week. A really tough week, it has to be said, for sure, but congratulations to the 3 of you. And good luck everybody for next week. I'm pretty sure we'll need it for another week for sure. So the games we have at the weekend was have Chelsea against Crystal Palace, Everton against Brighton, Leeds United against Manchester City, Newcastle United against Burnley, Leicester City against West Ham, Southampton against West Brom, Arsenal versus Sheffield United, Wolves against Fulham, Manchester United against Tottenham, and Aston Villa against Liverpool. So the first game to preview and predict is Chelsea against Crystal Palace. The last 5 between the sides resulted in 5 wins to Chelsea, and the last result was a 2-0 win to Chelsea. Well, what can we say about Chelsea at the weekend against West Brom? Defensive disaster class, and how not to start a Premier League debut as Thiago Silva did. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Frank Lampard gave him the captain's armband, and it was a terrible performance, and it only lasted for 45 minutes as the captaincy was handed straight back to another Chelsea player after that. It was a really poor performance from Chelsea, and these are the results that Frank Lampard is going to be criticised for, because they have to win these games if they are to be considered as a title contender. And unfortunately, they didn't do that. So, very poor from Chelsea for sure, but very fortunate to get 3-3 in the end as well. Crystal Palace, they'll be licking the wounds of a 2-1 defeat to Everton. Yeah, all I'll say is the handball decision to give a penalty to Everton was absolutely disgraceful. And there's been a few handballs decisions like that for the weekend. What's Joe Ward supposed to do? Are we going to actually have to now play football with our arms behind our backs? Because where is he supposed to put his arm? Where is he supposed to put his arm? But it was a very silly decision to give by the referee, and the referee gave a penalty, but for me it was a shocking decision. So Crystal Palace, Roy Hodgson, not a happy bunny, but this is a really hard one to call. As I've said, I know Chelsea have won the last 5 between Chelsea and Palace, but I have a feeling that this is going to be a very tight game. I think Palace will score, make it really difficult for Chelsea. I think Chelsea will just scrape this one. Going to go for a 2-1 win to Chelsea, but you can't really trust a Chelsea backline at the moment to get a clean sheet. So I'm going to say 2-1 Chelsea, but it could be a very close one, that one. Everton against Brighton now. The last 5 between the sides have resulted in 3 wins to Everton and 2 wins to Brighton, and the last result was a 1-0 win to Everton. Everton, great win away at Crystal Palace. Yes, the penalty decision was very controversial, but Dominic Calvert-Lewin is continuing his goal-scoring form. That's 5 goals in his first 3 games. Really good from Calvert-Lewin. He's only going to get better for sure. Brighton, yeah, disappointing. Disappointing, it has to be said. Played really well against Manchester United. Really unlucky not to take anything away from that game. But Mopé, what is he doing? He handballs a header from Harry Maguire. Referee blows the final whistle, but because VAR is there, you have to play to the whistle. And you know that VAR is going to decide that. And given a penalty after the final whistle, which was very weird. But yeah, Brighton really unlucky not to not get something out of that game. But for this game, I can really only see an Everton win, to be honest with you. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Everton here at Goodison Park. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win to Everton. And this is one of my matches of the weekend for sure. It is Leeds United against Manchester City. The last 5 between the sides, it makes a very interesting reading, because it's been a long time since these two last played each other. But it's 3 wins to Leeds, 1 draw and 1 win to Manchester City, and the last result was a 2-1 win to Leeds United. Leeds United getting a fantastic win away at Sheffield United. Patrick Bamford with the winner again. Really good goal from him. Really good header as well. And you have to say that Meslier in the Leeds goal has been very impressive recently. Very good at Anfield when Liverpool beat Leeds 4-3. Very impressive against Fulham. And very impressive against Sheffield United as well. So great cross from Jack Harrison as well. Leeds United proving to be very difficult to beat right now. And they will fancy their chances, because they are coming up against Manchester City, who were, well, it has to be said, absolutely well and truly beaten by a really good Leicester City side, it has to be said. I know all the headlines will be about Manchester City, but we have to give credit to Leicester City. Fantastic performance, really good from Leicester City. And you have to say, Manchester City are now spending another 64 million on Ruben Diaz, with Otamendi going the other way. But they will need to gel him in very quickly, because this is the thing about Manchester City, is that they are buying more players for, ridiculous amount of money. And you know what? It'll be interesting to see if that will be a good signing or not. But Man City, there are big problems there. If they've lost 10 out of the last 36 games as well. So really poor from Manchester City's point of view. But yeah, I think the last team you want to play when someone has been beaten like that is Manchester City. They will be a wounded animal, and they'll be very dangerous for the Leeds United side. But I expect goals in this game. I do expect Leeds United to score, but I just think Man City will be too much for Leeds United. Going for a 3-1 win to Manchester City in this game. Be an interesting game for sure. I'm looking forward to this one, but I'm going to go for a 3-1 win to Manchester City. Newcastle United against Burnley now. The last 5 between the sides have resulted in 2 wins to Newcastle, 2 draws and 1 win to Burnley, and the last result was a 0-0 draw at St James's Park. Newcastle United, well, getting a very fortunate 1-1 draw away at Tottenham. Again, this is another penalty decision that is absolutely ridiculous. Where on earth is Eric Dyer meant to put his arms when he is jumping for that ball? Andy Carroll heads it on, to try and score, but the referee gave a penalty. Callum Wilson diverts it into the bottom corner, and Newcastle get a really good point away at Tottenham. Very good point in the end for them. But they're coming up against the Burnley side. Yeah, Burnley, I worry for them now. Could be losing Tarkowski to Leicester City as well. You do worry for Burnley. They are about to be took over by American owners for sure. So that's going to be interesting. Going to be really interesting. But for the game against Southampton, they just couldn't hit a barn door, could they? Had so many chances to equalise, but couldn't get the equaliser in the end. So looking at this game, I can really only see one winner in this game, and I'm going to go for a Newcastle United win, believe it or not. I'm actually going to go for a Newcastle United win. Newcastle United 1, Burnley 0. But we'll see what happens for sure. But I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to the Magpies, and that takes care of the games on Saturday. We have 6 games on Sunday. 6 games on Sunday, and the first game to preview and predict is Leicester City against West Ham. The last 5 between the sides have resulted in 2 wins to Leicester, 2 draws and 1 win to West Ham, and the last result was a 4-1 win to Leicester City. Leicester City, fantastic performance against Manchester City. Jamie Vardy, James Maddison, Castagna, the players were very good. Tielemans as well. Real team performance from Leicester City. Really impressive as well. And Jamie Vardy's second goal was absolute filth. It was a real fantastic goal to to score for sure. West Ham, well, they've got their first win of the season. Who saw this one coming? West Ham 4, Wolves 0. Very good performance from West Ham. Jared Bowen getting 2 goals. There was Raul Jimenez's own goal as well, which was very, very poor. And Haller got the 4th as well. So really, really good. And get well soon, David Moyes, you'd have to say. Get well soon. But for this game, I'm going to go for a Leicester City win. I think they will win this one really, really comfortably, in my opinion. Leicester City 3, West Ham 1, I'm going to go for. So we'll see what happens in that one. Southampton against West Brom now. The last 5 between the sides have resulted in 4 wins to the Saints and 1 win to West Brom. And the last result was a 1-0 win to Southampton. Southampton, great win away from home against Burnley. Nice to get the monkey off the back for the first win. Danny Ings, who else, gets the only goal of the game against a very poor Burnley, it has to be said. But very good win for Southampton, and they will go into the game against West Brom knowing that they are back in front of St Mary's, and this is where they can kickstart their season for sure. Really good win for Southampton. West Brom, surprisingly getting a 3-3 draw of Chelsea. 3-0 up. Yeah, that's the problem with West Brom, is they're conceding too many goals, and when you do that, you don't get results. And 3-0 up at half time. You thought they would see it out, but couldn't really do that, could they? So, but looking at this game, I can really only see a Southampton win. I think it'll be tight. I think it'll be nervy, but I'm going to go for a 1-0 win to the Saints here. I think Southampton will just have too much for West Brom. Southampton 1, West Brom 0. Arsenal against Sheffield United now. The last 5 between the sides have resulted in 1 win to Arsenal, 2 draws and 2 wins to Sheffield United. Very interesting stuff indeed. And the last result was a 1-1 draw between the sides. Well, Arsenal took the lead at Anfield against Liverpool, and then all of a sudden, their game plan for that whole game was to sit back, counter Liverpool in the attack, and it worked for most of the game, but they allowed Liverpool in, and to be fair, it is an improving Mikel Arteta side. However, you have to say that Arsenal do need reinforcements in that midfield. Elneny, Xhaka, Ceballos when he came on was very, very good as well, but they do need reinforcements there. They definitely do need reinforcements for sure. Sheffield United, 3 games, 3 defeats. Not a good start for Sheffield United. It's not a good start. It is not a good start at all. They are looking into the possible signing of Daniel Sturridge as a free agent. I think that'd be a good move for them. I think it'd be a very good move. And it would probably get them goals as well. They're still looking at Ryan Brewster. That has gone a bit quiet as well. But you do worry for Sheffield United. 3 games, 3 defeats. It's not good. It's not good at all. So for this game, I'm going to go for an Arsenal win. I'm going to go for them to bounce back from the defeat to Liverpool. Arsenal 2, Sheffield United 0 I'm going to go for. So we'll see what happens. 2 teams on the back of heavy defeats in the last game. Wolves against Fulham. The last 5 between the sides have resulted in 2 wins to Wolves, 2 draws and 1 win to Fulham. And the last result was a 1-0 win to Wolves. Wolves, 4-0 defeat to West Ham. That was a big, big shock actually. Don't think anyone expected that to happen. Everyone had an off day. Jimenez scoring at the wrong end as well. Adama Traore was kept very, very quiet. Pedro Neto kept very, very quiet. Defensively, not the best for Wolves as well. But do you know what? Wolves, you don't get those results every day of the week. So I think they'll be pretty happy about that. They're coming up against the Fulham side who, let's be honest, defensively again, absolutely shocking defensively. This is the thing with Fulham and West Brom. They're conceding way too many goals, and it looks like Fulham haven't learned their lesson from the last time. They just can't defend. They just cannot defend at all. And you know what? If they don't have Mitrovic, they don't look like scoring. They didn't look like scoring against Aston Villa, and to Aston Villa's credit, they actually played really, really well, but Fulham were an absolute joke. absolute joke as well. So for this game, I'm actually going to go for a Wolves win, and I'm going to go for the same scoreline that Villa beat Fulham by. Wolves 3, Fulham 0. I'm going to go for. So we shall see what happens, but I'm going to go for a 3-0 win to Wolves. And this is my second game of the weekend. It is Manchester United against Tottenham. The last 5 between the sides, I was out in 2 wins to United, 2 wins to Spurs and 1 draw. And the last result was a 2-1 win to United. Well, Manchester United scraped a 3-2 win over Brighton at the weekend. I've never seen a penalty given after the full-time whistle, which is weird. Very, very weird. But to be fair to Man United, didn't play well but got the result, and that is a good sign of a good team. But it's going to be very interesting because Bruno Fernandes had one of his games where he got booked, he gave away a penalty, played in Rashford for the second goal, and then got the penalty as well. So a bit of a mixed week for him, but it'll be interesting to see. How they're going to do in this game, because Tottenham, they'll be licking the wounds of a 1-1 draw with Newcastle. Played really, really, really well. Harry Kane played in Lucas Moura to score. But problem with Tottenham is that defensively they're still not the best. So, how do I see this one going? Well, we all know about Jose Mourinho. He is box office when it comes to press conferences as well. Ole Gunnar Solskjaer had a wee dig at him. Jose Mourinho had a wee dig back. This is going to be a very good game. I'm going to go for a goal fest in this game. I'm going to go for a Desmond. Manchester United 2, Tottenham 2. I'm going to go for a draw in this game. I think it might be a good game. Both sides can't defend. Both sides have got really good attacking options as well. Going to go for a 2-2 draw between Manchester United and Tottenham. And the last game to preview and predict is Aston Villa against Liverpool. The last 5 between the sides have resulted in 5 wins to Liverpool, and the last result was a 2-1 win to Liverpool. Aston Villa, very good win away at Fulham, 3-0 win in the end. Grealish, McGinn, really good on the day as well. Hourihane getting the goal as well. Mings as well, getting a very good goal as well. And a clean sheet for Emi Martinez. Really good to see. 2 clean sheets in a row for Aston Villa. They've started the season really, really well for sure. But this is the big test coming up now. They are coming up against Liverpool, who came away with a 3-1 win over Arsenal. That's probably one of the best performances pressing-wise we've done, I would say. I was really, really impressed with the performances of Keita, Gini, and Fabinho as well. Mane, I said in my match reaction, I think he was a bit lucky to stay on the pitch, because he does go with his forearm, and you know what, you have seen red cards given for that. So I thought he was very, very lucky. Great to see Jota getting a debut goal as well. So, looking at this game, I'm going to go for a Liverpool win. And I'm going to go for a very comfortable Liverpool 3-0 win away at Aston Villa. I think it might be a bit closer than people think, but I'm going to go for a 3-0 win, because I just think Liverpool at this moment in time are in very good form. Aston Villa are in very good form as well. But this is a big, big test for them as well. So we shall see. But that is my match week 4 predictions done and dusted. I will go through my predictions really, really quickly as well. Chelsea 2, Crystal Palace 1. Everton 2, Brighton 0. Leeds United 1, Manchester City 3. Newcastle United 1, Burnley 0. Leicester City 3, West Ham 1. Southampton 1, West Brom 0. Arsenal 2, Sheffield United 0. Wolves 3, Fulham 0. Manchester United 2, Tottenham 2. And Aston Villa 0. Liverpool 3. So that is it. That is match week 4 predictions done and dusted. As always, leave your predictions in the comment section down below. I will leave a template of these fixtures, and all you have to do is copy and paste, and put your predictions in. And like Shane O'Donnell, Roberto Hollis and Nathan Morgan, you will get a shout out in the next video if you are the high scorers. Now, we all know that the international break is coming up after this week, so Sadly, we will have an international break, so there won't be any predictions for at least a couple of weeks, unfortunately. But do continue to leave your predictions in the comment section down below. It has been very, very good as well. So, yeah, guys, that is it for match week number 4. We shall see what happens for sure. Looking forward to these games as well. There's some really, really good ones. Chelsea Palace, Leeds United, Man City, Arsenal Sheffield United, Manchester United, Tottenham, and Aston Villa Liverpool. So we'll see what happens in these games. But until then, it is goodbye from me. If you are new around here, then please hit that subscribe button. Smash a like on this video as well. And I'll see you all in a couple of weeks for match week number 5. Yeah, good luck to everyone in the comments. I think you will need it after this weekend. And I'll see you all in the next one. And enjoy your Premier League weekend. I'll see you all in the next one. Enjoy the international break. I know it can be boring, but it'll get you refreshed for match week number 5. See you later. Bye-bye.